this trip in the Bay, but how was your experience at All-Star Weekend and being part of the Rising Star?
Oh, man, I had a great time. It was just a blessing to be there and be a part of All-Star Weekend. It's just such a prestigious basketball event, and, it's something that all of us want to be a part of. So to just have that moment, see my name on a locker, it was fun.
You've got a big spotlight on you this year in Denver, a lot of pressure. Was it nice to just kind of go get celebrated for a bit and take a
It was good. It was just to see my family, just go spend some time with some loved ones, get away from the game for a little bit, even if it was a couple of days. But, I'm ready to lock back in and get back to it.
You guys went on
How much interaction did you have with Nicola when you were out there?
I ain't seen Nicola once, man. I ain't see Yoke once, but I figured that would be the case. And, I know he loved All-Star Weekend so much. I know he loved being there, so I'm just glad he had a great time.
He turns 30 today. How's he aged from the time you've seen him?
Obviously I haven't known Nicola that long, but he the same. Yeah, in the past year, there hasn't been much change. I feel like you get the same Nicola every day, whether it's snowing and it's -5 or it's 100 and sunny outside, you're gonna get the same Nicola.
What does that do for a team when you've got a guy like that who's just so steady?
It means the world to us. He's our heartbeat, and he's our leader. Obviously it's not always being a vocal leader, but leading by example and the things that he does and how hard he works. So, yeah, having him on our side, it makes us feel a lot better.
Did you get him a gift?
Nah, I didn't get Nicola a gift. I think he got enough stuff,
Do you know who Peppa Pig is? Do you know what that is?
Little kid show.
Do you know that he has Peppa Pig shoes?
Are those what the pink ones were? Those were fire. I actually told him that I like those ones out of all this colorway so far. I like to see Yoke experiment with the shoes and wear different colors.
Hey, Julian, Nicola's done the improbable this year. He's even gotten better than from where he was prior to that. What have you seen him get better at, and what do you think his ceiling is?
At this point, I don't know if there is a ceiling for a guy like that. To be able to do the things that he's doing every single night, the fact that I can look up and see a triple-double on the Jumbotron and not react no more is pretty amazing. And, I'm just thankful to be able to share the floor with him and, get to see his greatness every single day. So, yeah, I'm super appreciative of Nicola.
Going back to All-Star Weekend, was there something that surprised you or an interaction with somebody that you were happy to have, even if you didn't catch up with Nicola at any point?
I feel like the main thing for me that was the best part was just being able to be around some guys that you don't get to hang out and spend some time with during the year. So a lot of the younger Nike guys that I signed when I signed to Nike, our class, so like the Thompson twins and then Bilal Coulibaly, like those guys I never get to catch up with. So being able to spend some time with them, that was fun.
How do you want to see this team grow down its last 27 games?
I feel like for us, it's just, putting the finishing touches on what we've just been working on the entire year, just so we can get ready for the playoffs and this championship run that we're going to go on. So for us, it's obviously just cleaning up turnovers, continuing to grow on the defensive end, and then just keep on buying into Denver Nuggets basketball, which I feel like going into the break we did a really good job of.
Coach said because of injuries, and you having to play guys further down the bench, that only helps their confidence. But can you sense his confidence in younger players and guys that don't play as much growing?
Oh, 1,000%. Obviously, we're going to make mistakes and things like that. We're young guys, and, some of us, it's our first time playing against certain teams or playing in certain arenas. Like, for example, it was my first time playing in Madison Square Garden this year, ever seeing it in person. So, that was cool. And, we're young and, we're inexperienced. So to see that he has that much belief in us to just, let us rock and play us down the stretch, it's been good.
For you personally, can you get any added confidence from being involved in the Rising Stars Challenge and just spending, at least a day or two around the best young players in the game?
Oh, for sure. Just to be recognized as one of those guys and even be in a conversation is good for the confidence. But at the end of the day, I think all my confidence comes from, what I'm doing in here and how I'm preparing for the game. So if I can put myself in the best position, I'll be good.
You guys went on a pretty big run last year at this time. You won like 15 of 17 games. What can you take from that, whether it was playing it and observing it, that you can apply to this year?
I feel like everyone just locks in a little bit more, after the break. Everyone's kind of just getting ready for that playoff run and that playoff push. So every possession matters a little bit more, taking care of the ball, not being loose with it, and then just, being game plan disciplined and understanding the scout. So I feel like everybody just kind of locks in and takes that next step. And like I said, we're getting ready for the championship run so we can hang another one.
Are you guys checking the standings more, kind of keeping an eye on that stuff, or is it really just game to game, kind of like that?
It's definitely game to game. I mean, especially in the West, you win 2, you drop, you go up 2 spots, you drop 2, you'll drop 3 spots. So, just never knowing, what's going on in the West, and you just making sure that you're on top of that and understanding your season series, in terms of home court advantages for playoff series and things like that.
Is there a way to balance that locked-in effort with the idea of needing to get to the playoffs as fresh and ready to go as possible?
Yeah, there's definitely a balance, and I feel like locking in during the stretch, like he said, just making sure that we can have that kind of leeway going into the end of March, early April, that, maybe we can get these guys some rest, a couple of games, and just, make sure everybody fresh. So, yeah, that's why this stretch coming up is super important for us.
Is it challenging to kind of be like the microwave scorer guy off the bench to, like, if your role is to come in and get it going, like, off the rip, is that more challenging maybe than it sounds?
Yeah, but at the same time, the fruits that you think of it, I mean, I get to come off the bench and kind of shoot some crazy shots, but at the same time, being that guy, especially being a young guy and having Nicole on the team, it's hard just to find that balance just because, you could just get a ball to Nicole every time, and if you take a questionable shot and you don't make it, well, it's kind of a bigger deal because you could have just get a ball to Nicola. So it's definitely a little tough sometimes, and the nights where it's not going in, it's definitely tough. But I wouldn't want no other job. I mean, this is what I wanted. This is the job that I asked for, and my goal was to eat, so I can't be mad at my plate's full.